Hey, I actually broke my finger last night. That's an embarrassing story.
Hello, Philip Johnson. How you doing, sir?
Mr. Cannon, how are you, sir? This is a happy day.
Put me in. I'm ready to play. Big day. Been in the works for a few years, yeah. How you doing, Ed?
Good, how are you?
You, see your old colleague there, Phil?
Yeah, I wish it was raining. Not seriously.
I'll get going. Okay. I'll get going. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jim Gabriel. I'm the Divisional Director for Active Living and Culture with the City of Kelowna, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Apple Bowl Stadium. I first would like to acknowledge that we're gathered on the unceded, traditional, ancestral territory of the Syilx Okanagan people. Thank you to our community partners, School District 23 and Superintendent John Reaver, representatives of the Canadian Premier League, city officials and staff, members of the media, and everybody joining us today. Today is an exciting day for Kelowna, for sport, and for the future of the Apple Bowl Stadium. For more than 4 decades, the Apple Bowl has been a gathering place for our community. Originally built for the 1980 BC Summer Games, this stadium has become one of British Columbia's most recognizable community sports venues, hosting countless track and field competitions, football games, soccer matches, and community events. Throughout its history, the Apple Bowl has welcomed athletes from across Canada and around the world. It has hosted national championship football games, including the Canada Bowl in 1984, which was a neutral site between Ottawa and Richmond, and again in 1997 and 2000, with the Okanagan Sun winning in 2000. Various track meets with regional, provincial, national, and international participation, including numerous Olympians, such as Melindy Elmore, Jerome Blake, John Gay, Don Bertoa, and Trevor Hoffbauer. International soccer matches, such as Canada's men's under-23 Olympic team playing El Salvador. Now picture this. November 19th, 2003. Snow on the field. We actually had to sweep the field, get the snow off the field for that game, and it was a beautiful environment, and definitely home field advantage for Canada playing in snow. And large-scale community events like the action-filled, edge-of-your-seat Nitro Circus. So imagine behind me, motorcycles doing flips 50 feet in the air. Super exciting. All of these events with thousands of fans filling the stands. More recently, the stadium demonstrated its growing role on the national stage with more than 6,200 fans attending the Canadian Premier League's on-tour match in 2024. And of course, this summer, the Apple Bowl made history once again by welcoming the Canadian Football League games and thousands of additional spectators, proving once again that our community can successfully host major professional sporting events. Today we build on that legacy. By pursuing improvements to the Apple Bowl that could bring a professional soccer team to Kelowna, this venue will continue to inspire athletes, bring our community together, and create unforgettable moments for generations to come. To begin, it's my pleasure to introduce Mayor Tom Dyas to speak about the vision for the Apple Bowl and what this opportunity could mean for our community. Mayor Dyas.
Thank you, Jim, and good afternoon, everyone. Especially good afternoon to the FC soccer team that has joined us here today. Thank you so much for being here with us. Pretty special. I'm not certain what age group you are. What age group is it? Sorry? 2014, 2015. I have running shoes that old. So thank you so much for being here. Just a special treat to enjoy it. So good afternoon once again, everyone, and it's a pleasure on behalf of myself as Mayor of Kelowna, on behalf of Council, and on behalf of the City of Kelowna, as today we have an exciting announcement about certain forms of development within the City of Kelowna. Before I begin, I just want to recognize my councillor colleagues who have joined me here today. We have Councillor Maxine DeHart, Councillor Luke Stack, Councillor Gord Lovegrove, Councillor Ron Cannon, and Councillor Rick Weber. Thank you again for joining us here today. Last weekend, I had the opportunity to attend the Kelowna Community Cup. And I'm not certain if he's here, but I'd like to thank Indy Dow for the organization of such a great event. It was a community event that brought together hundreds of young people through sport. And looking around that event and seeing so many young athletes, along with families and supporters who had traveled from communities across the region to be part of it, was truly something special. The energy, the teamwork, and the excitement was contagious. It was a powerful reminder of how sport brings people together, creates lasting memories, and helps build stronger communities. Those moments are exactly why investing in sport and recreation matters. Today, we are here to announce two very exciting developments for Kelowna. First, the city is advancing plans to modernize the Apple Bowl and strengthening its role in Kelowna as a premier sport and event venue. And second, after years of discussions, and Marnie can speak to this, it's been years of discussions, we are talking about a major step forward, bringing a Canadian Premier League to Kelowna and establishing a permanent home for professional soccer in Kelowna. The Apple Bowl has been part of Kelowna's story for generations. For decades, it has brought our community together through sport. It is where residents have gathered to cheer on athletes, celebrated big wins, and shared memorable moments. Generations of athletes have competed here, and generations of residents have packed these stands to support them. Today, we are here to talk about the next chapter in this story and the next stage in Kelowna's growth. The city is working to invest $25 million to modernize the Apple Bowl, expand community use, and strengthen its role as a leading sport and event venue. As I believe our community all knows, this facility is in dire need of some upgrades. Of the total investment, $11.5 million is already identified in the city's 10-year capital plan for sport and recreation infrastructure. The remaining funding will be included as part of the 2027 financial capital plan. This investment would renew an important community facility while creating opportunities for community recreation, major events, and professional sports. Over the past several years, Council has been intentional about bringing more major events to Kelowna because we have seen what they can do for our city. Through our 2026 Year of Sport, we've welcomed events like the Memorial Cup, Kelowna Hoop Fest, Touchdown Kelowna, and the BC Summer Games, and still to come to our community a little bit later in the year, Skate Canada International. These events brought our community together, attracted visitors, and showcased Kelowna on a provincial and national stage. These major events are part of something much bigger. From local tournaments to national championships, all the sporting events hosted in Kelowna this year brought visitors to our city, supported local businesses, and are projected to generate more than $150 million in economic activity in 2026 alone. I think that deserves definitely a round of applause. Thank you. And I know that the Apple Bowl has been a big part of that success. In June 2024, it hosted the Canadian Premier League's first Okanagan-based professional soccer match. Despite what was a rainy day, more than 6,300 people attended that match. And it turned out that no matter what the weather was like, the spirit of soccer in Kelowna stayed strong. And more recently, as Jim had mentioned, we welcomed thousands of fans to the BC Lions games during Touchdown Kelowna, showcasing the venue's ability to host professional sports and large-scale events. Those events highlighted both the potential of the Apple Bowl and the need for long overdue improvements to ensure it continues serving our community for generations to come. The proposed improvements will build on the Apple Bowl success as a sport and events venue while continuing to support local teams, like the Okanagan Sun, who is here with us today. Thank you for being here. And also Okanagan Athletics, who are here also, who have long called the Apple Bowl home. These upgrades move us closer to an exciting milestone of welcoming a Canadian Premier League team here in 2028 and establishing a permanent home for professional soccer in Kelowna. This will be Kelowna's first professional sports team. With over 7,000 young athletes playing soccer in Kelowna, there is something special about knowing they will be able to sit in these stands and watch a hometown professional club compete in their own city. They will also to be able to compete on this field, attend school tournaments here, and see firsthand that the pathway exists from community sport to a professional level. That is the opportunity that is before us. Bringing Canadian Premier League soccer to Kelowna will also expand our reach beyond the stands, with league games broadcast nationally and internationally, helping showcase our community to audiences well beyond the Okanagan. The decisions that we have made and the decisions we are making today will help define what Kelowna looks like for decades to come. I would also like to thank Superintendent John Reaver and School District 23 for their partnership and support on this project. We're excited about what these improvements could mean for local students and the continued access they'll have to quality sports and recreation facilities. I would also like to thank the Canadian Premier League and especially Marnie Dicker. And if you can, please give me a round of applause for Marnie. We've been working on this for almost 3 years, and her hard work alongside our teams have brought this together. I'd also like to thank the City of Kelowna Partnership, Active Living and Cultural teams, our City Manager Doug Gilchrist, and also my council colleagues. As we stand here today and you look around, not only on what's going to happen on this field, but what is being developed beside of us, you cannot be without being in awe of what is going to happen within the City of Kelowna. And I thank my council colleagues, especially those who have supported the budgets and financial plans to help make projects like this possible. Thank you for believing in what a renewed Apple Bowl and professional soccer team can mean for Kelowna. Your partnership has been invaluable as we work forwards towards something meaningful for athletes, fans, and our community. For generations, the Apple Bowl has been at the heart of something of Kelowna's most memorable sporting moments. We have the chance to build on that legacy and create something that will benefit our community for decades to come. Years from now, families will gather in these stands, athletes will compete on these fields, and our community will see the benefit of this project. We'll watch hometown professional soccer clubs represent our city. The memories created here will become part of Kelowna's story, and that is the legacy that we are continuing to build for our city. Thank you once again for everyone being here with us today.
I'm pumped. That was good. Thank you, Mayor Dyas. Now, turning this vision into reality will require thoughtful planning and collaboration. I'd like to invite Derek Gestrom, Divisional Director of Partnerships and Investment, to share more about the path forward.
Thanks, Jim. I get the fun part to actually talk about the infrastructure that's going to get constructed here, and it's been a pleasure to be a staff member over the last couple of years and seeing what these events have done for our city. When we started to talk about this location, the Apple Bowl, as I remember it, was very different than how it's being utilized now. And being in some of those experiences when you're here on game day in this iconic location, Knox Mountain in the background, Dilworth Mountain in the background, and you really see how special of a place this is. So we're going to talk a little bit about why we're investing in the Apple Bowl here, what that actually looks like. This opportunity is exciting, not because of just what happens here, but because of the partners involved. They're vitally important for us to make sure that we deliver the right type of infrastructure for our community, something that grows with Kelowna and meets our vision for the city of the future. I'd also like to acknowledge the hard work of the design team. We've had an amazing city staff team. Many of them are here today that have a passion for delivering this type of infrastructure. We've also gone to the next step of having a progressive design build team to make sure that what we're saying can be done today will be delivered on time and on budget, and that's Wildstone, Stantec, and Colliers. All right, so the proposed improvements, and some of this you've already had a feel if you were at Touchdown Kelowna or you were at the CPL game. The signature investment for the Apple Bowl will be a new 3,000 seat grandstand on the east side of the Apple Bowl. So that's right behind me. When you were at Touchdown Kelowna, you saw the F1 stands that were brought in. There will be a 3,000 seat grandstand that will be there, and there's a visual to the right. And notably inside that grandstand is that it will be accessible from underneath. So we'll have great spectator amenities, including new washrooms, and then also concessions for local purveyors to honor our connection with the city's UNESCO City of Gastronomy. We're going to have a new scoreboard. I know the old scoreboard over there. It's time to go. For those that have seen our investment in scoreboards at Prosper Place, it won't be the same as that, but I can promise that it will pop. And we see that the opportunities around that and what that brings to a game day experience. We're going to have VIP suites and notably media spaces. So as we start to create the type of venue that we know that national level organizations are going to want to be at, they require broadcasting spaces as well. And so we're going to make sure that they're well taken care of and to further entice the level of events, national level events that we're hoping to attract here. We're going to have a welcoming entrance plaza between here and Parkinson Rec Center. And I know, talk about plaza, like how is that exciting? I think when you actually see what the impact is when we connect this Apple Bowl to a new Parkinson Rec Center, it's going to be an amazing community space, and the city is going to see the value of that long-term planning vision of having more connected facilities. We've seen it in other areas when we've gone to visit them. We're really excited for that level of investment to connect the two buildings and the opportunities that event hosting will have when you have this level of facility connected to the level of infrastructure with the building next door. And lastly, an artificial turf field to extend the season and ensure more, I saw some O's there, to ensure more community gets to enjoy the fields more often. And so, you know, we saw the Okanagan FC here today. It's notably that a lot of times this field has to be protected for competition use. We want to make sure that it's more open for the community. So our youth are able to come here and enjoy it more often. As well, the season gets extended for our athletes. So those are the big improvements. I welcome you afterwards to come and take a look at the boards. This strategic investment is about making deliberate choices for our future in Kelowna. And so with that, thank you. I'll pass it to Jim.
Thank you, Derek. So Kelowna has already shown the potential of the Apple Bowl as a professional sports venue, including hosting the CPL's first game in the Okanagan in Kelowna here in 2024. To speak about the league's vision and the opportunity ahead, please welcome Marty Dicker, the Canadian Premier League's Executive Vice President of Infrastructure and Chief Legal Officer. Marty.
Gotta lower this, I'm a bit of a shrimp. Thank you, Jim. And thank you, Mayor Dyas. Gosh, thank you to everyone that is here today. I can't believe that I'm actually standing up here. Thank you, Councillors DeHart, Weber, Lovegrove, Stack, and Cannon, and the entire city of Kelowna for having me here today. I am just so abundantly happy to be here. It's great to be back in Kelowna and to see so many familiar faces. All of you who helped us sell out this stadium when we brought CPL on tour to the Apple Bowl in 2024. That was a really special day for our league. It gave us the opportunity to experience firsthand the passion for soccer that exists in this community. We saw it, we felt it, we continue to feel it. I want to say a special hello to the players from Okanagan FC. Hi, girls. As well as to the players and representatives from across the local sports community who have joined us here today. Okanagan Sun, Okanagan Athletics, Okanagan FC again, Kelowna United, Kelowna Youth Soccer Association, and Rutland Youth Soccer Association. You are the ones who are playing and growing both soccer and Kelowna's sporting culture each and every day, and we are thrilled to have you here with us today and in the future. On behalf of the Canadian Premier League, I want to commend Mayor Dyas and the City of Kelowna for today's material announcement about exploring a significant investment in the Apple Bowl. Canada needs more soccer infrastructure. Soccer is the highest participation sport in our country, with millions of Canadians playing the sport. But where's the infrastructure in this country? We're now seeing it. We're seeing progressive municipalities making the right investments, giving us the right infrastructure for our communities. At this summer's World Cup, right here in our backyard, it showed us that Canadians don't just want to play soccer. They want to watch it, they want to support it, and they want to come together around it. To build on that momentum and continue growing the game, we need more places across the country where people can experience soccer, from the grassroots level to the professional game. We need venues like a remediated Apple Bowl that can become gathering places for communities, places to play the game, to meet as fans, and build the traditions and experiences that make sport so special. We've seen from across our CPL markets what a professional club can do for a community. It gives people something local to rally around. It creates opportunities for young players to see a pathway. It gives communities a platform to tell their stories on a national and international stage. That connection between the professional game and the community around it is a big part of what we at the CPL are trying to build across Canada. When we look at opportunities for growing the Canadian Premier League, there are several things we consider. Firstly, the strength of the local soccer community. Secondly, strong local partners. Those are two things we know Kelowna sure has. Infrastructure is another vital part of that equation. That's why we collaborated with the City of Kelowna on the design of the Apple Bowl. We want to ensure it can support the needs of a professional club. The design that you see here today meets those requirements. And that is why today's proposed investment brings us that much closer to creating the right conditions for professional soccer in Kelowna. Those elements and more are what make Kelowna such a compelling prospective market for the Canadian Premier League. While we recognize the progress that's been made, we're also looking ahead excitedly at what's to come. So what's next? A key focus for us will be finding the right ownership group, one that can build on the progress that we've made and create a sustainable club for the long term here in the Okanagan. It's not often that prospective owners can enter a market where a municipality is prepared to make a significant investment in a venue with professional soccer in mind. That, combined with the engaged soccer community and attractive market fundamentals, create a strong platform for an investor to build from in Kelowna. And now is a particularly exciting time to invest in soccer in Canada. Just invest in Canada, folks. The CPL offers the opportunity to get involved at a very important stage in the evolution of this game in this country, with the ability to build long-term value and play a meaningful role in shaping its future. We look forward to building on the interest already shown and engaging with those who see opportunity for professional soccer in Kelowna. Before I finish, I want to recognize a few people who got us to this point. Doug Gilchrist, your city manager. Doug, thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for all of the work that we've done together since I had a dream in 2023. And my dream was getting an appropriate stadium so that we can bring a professional soccer club to Kelowna. If Doug didn't believe in that vision, we would not have been here today. Thank you, Doug. Michelle Cam, Director of Partnerships with City of Kelowna, and the entire project team. Thank you for the countless hours you've spent working alongside us to get us to this point. And get ready for the work we all have ahead. Thank you, Michelle and team. And to everyone here in Kelowna, thank you for embracing us. Thank you for making us feel so welcome. This is just the beginning. There is plenty to be excited about as we continue to work with the City of Kelowna towards our shared goal of bringing a future Canadian Premier League to this community. Thank you.
Thank you, Marnie, and to the CPL, thank you for believing in Kelowna and the collaborative process that's been going on for the last couple of years. So just to wrap it up, just building on some of the comments today, just think about this. From the athletes who competed here decades ago, to the young people who will race around the track, wear a team, perhaps even a professional team jersey on this field, the Apple Bowl remains a place where dreams take shape. And today we're opening the door to an exciting new era. This has been exciting. So that brings us to a close. We're going to move to photos. And after that, Mayor Dyas, Derek Edstrom, Marnie Dicker, myself and others will be available for media interviews as required. Thank you very much for joining us today.